Communications alongside Lance Scheib, Greg Rakestraw with you. You always enjoy our trips out here to the west central part of the state. Thanks to our friends at Endeavor. Ridiculously fast internet speeds. It's now easier for you to watch, work, study, and play all the time. Go to join.weendeavor.com for more info. You are hit by history when you walk into this place. It has been 55 years since in the one-class days, Cloverdale made the state Final Four. This is the high school alma mater of Butler's all-time leading scorer, the late Chad Tucker. You think of more recent vintage guys like Jalen Moore and Cooper Neese, both now playing Division I basketball. Those two guys, respectively, the 9th and 11th scorers in the history of Indiana high school basketball. This is a solid Cloverdale team. Probably not to that level. They are 6-7, but this is a wonderful walk down memory lane, Lance, every time we're here.
It's just amazing to me that a school this size has this type of tradition in basketball, just the scoring prowess and just how they've been able to have wins and winning seasons and do what they do. The success level here has been great. Pat is doing a nice job of rebuilding that again, but I just love walking in here and seeing this type of gymnasium, the setup. It's amazing.
You have to score a lot of points to get somebody's attention at Cloverdale, but Kyle Thomas is having a heck of a junior campaign. The 6'4 junior, 22 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists to contest. He leads the way for this Cloverdale ball club.
You know, Kyle has done everything that Pat wants him to be able to do. He is the son of Greg Thomas, who played at Indiana State. He has to play well tonight, not just on the offensive end, but on the defensive end, because he's got a big challenge in Aaron Pickle.
We showed you the quick scroll through the recent sectional championships at Cloverdale. They had 4 years running from 2015 to 2018 where they qualified for a regional. Well, it's been a while for North Putnam, but they feel that maybe this is their year. They are coming in at 7-5. Last year they went 13-13. It's the most wins they had in a season for some 18 years. In fact, the last winning season came back in 2003 and 2004. They made the sectional final before losing to Park Heritage. And they, too, have an impressive score. It's the young man on your screen, Mason Brooks, the 6'6 senior. He's averaging a double-double, 22 points and 11 rebounds a game.
We saw these same two teams play last year, and Mason Brooks was amazing. I love his length, his ability to distribute the basketball is incredible, but his ability to shoot the outside shot as well. 33% from behind the arc this season. He is smooth. He is athletic. He will be fun to watch tonight.
And it's not just Brooks that can do that for this North Putnam team, because they as a team shoot a lot of threes. They're shooting 34%. That's good, not great. What's eye-popping is the number of threes they take and the number of threes they make. In a 32-minute game, Lance, they're averaging over 8.5 threes a contest made.
All 5 of their starters can shoot behind the arc, which is a huge issue for Cloverdale because they got to be able to match up with that. Shot selection, transitions to defense will be really important tonight for Cloverdale, but North Putnam, boy, they can fill it up.
You'll notice that nobody's shooting from inside the arc on this shot. Everybody at least from 21 feet away. Again, 6-7 Cloverdale, 7-5 North Putnam. And again, I think both teams, frankly, are a little bit better than the records indicate. One thing that we need to note before the broadcast begins, don't expect either of these two teams to go very deep. For a large chunk of the pregame warm-ups, Cloverdale had just 6 players out here. Those are the guys that did not play in the JV game. Everybody else in uniform played at least multiple quarters in the junior varsity contest for Cloverdale. A little bit more from the numbers standpoint for North Putnam, but really we think both teams will play 6 or 7 at most tonight.
And they need to be able to be in great shape because they're going to get up and down the floor, especially North Putnam. They want to push it. So I'm anxious to see how that, that lack of depth, or only having 6 guys really, that rotation, how that plays out tonight.
Of course, it's a shame that not more of us can be here in the gym with you, which is why we are so happy the folks at Endeavor Communications are providing this game free of charge on ISC TV and online at iscsportsnetwork.com. Stay tuned. We'll take this quick timeout. We'll come back with starting lineups and opening tip-off from Cloverdale High School as the Clovers play host to North Putnam. And you're watching on the ISC Sports Network.
Want lightning-fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash. Stream videos at blazing speeds and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
The best video on the internet is not the guy of the last week or so. It's the surfing bulldog.
Expecto Patronum, like, Harry Potter. Everybody knows what I'm talking about at home.
I'm not
confused.
12.
You are one of the most disgusting people I've ever met.
You asked. You open up the door. Squeaky. Colts quarterback room is kind of like picking your favorite Ernest movie. They're all pretty bad. You have
Did you actually see any of those?
You have to go. I really was a big Ernest. Yeah.
No way.
Ernest fan. Ernest Goes to Camp was my favorite.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
Oh, baby! That got me awake. The worm has turned in Logansport.
Look at that play. The lob underneath, and if you don't get any picture perfect more than that.
That young man will be glad that our cameras were here for tonight's contest. Starting lineup's about to be introduced here at the home of the Clovers. Greg Rakestraw, Lance Scheib with you on the ISC Sports Network. Starting five for North Putnam. Mason Brooks leads things off. Their leading scorer, 6'6" senior. 22 points and 11 rebounds a contest. Aaron Pickle, 6'2" junior. 16 points, 6 boards a game. 37% from three-point range. Ellis Lyons, you see in the middle of your screen, a 6' junior. 9 points, 3 rebounds a contest. Also 37% from three-point range on the season. Zach Huff, also 5'9" junior in the starting lineup. And Dane Spencer will round out the starting lineup, a 6'1" senior, 3 points and a rebound a contest. For the Cloverdale Clovers, Nolan Kelly, a 6' senior, 15 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists a contest. Chase Ashcraft, a 6'2" senior, does a lot of dirty work for this Cloverdale ball club, 7 points and 6.5 rebounds a contest. Walker Sims, a 6'3" senior, 7 points, 4.5 rebounds a game. Mark Gill, a 6'4" senior, at 6 points and 5.5 boards a contest. And Kyle Thomas, a 6'4" senior, again, 22 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists per contest. Final thoughts for this one goes live.
Anxious to watch the Thomas and Brooks matchup. Two really great players here in Putnam County. Looking forward to seeing how they match up and play. Both of them really have had great years. Looking forward to seeing how they really offset each other tonight.
Good chance these two could get together again in the very near future. Of course, the Putnam County Classic is just a couple, 3 weeks away at the McAnally Center in Greencastle. Cloverdale has the basketball, and we thank you for joining us. Presented by Endeavor Communications on the ISC Sports Network. North Putnam starts in a man-to-man, and Brooks immediately gets the steal. Running down the floor, layup does not go for Ellis Lyons. Turnover by Cloverdale, their opening possession. They average 14 of those a game. One thing that differentiates these two teams, North Putnam takes great care of the basketball. They turn it over less than 10 times a contest.
That's really a concern for Cloverdale in general because they have to be able to keep the ball away from North Putnam here because they shoot the ball and score so well.
Good drive to the basket that does not go for Mason Brooks, and it's a one-and-done trip. Lying down the floor, Pickle can't get it to go, and Thomas the rebound. So scoreless 50 seconds in. Basket drive and good. Ashcraft gets the bucket for Cloverdale.
Great job by Thomas of pushing it, not allowing North Putnam to get set up, and finding Ashcraft.
Didn't take Brooks long to let that go. North Putnam, though, gets the save and all the way into the back court, but because that was not a tip, but an intentional throw to save it, that is deemed as an over and back violation.
Taking care of the basketball, we talked about it a second ago, that is going to be big if you're North Putnam because you've done such a great job coming into this game. That's a huge advantage that you have over Cloverdale.
Near side official does a great job of explaining that call to the North Putnam bench. And then we told you because it was a controlled pass, you can't do that. Deflected ball, you can go back and get it. Good take to the basket. Last touch by North Putnam. Off the hands of Spencer. There may be a overrule here that was simply a slip off the hands of a Cloverdale player. Ball's going to stay here. Take another look. Really can't tell from that angle.
The ability to break North Putnam down off the bounce is going to be huge for Cloverdale as well.
Catch and shoot three by Kelly. Does not go, and Brooks collects the rebound.
In last year's contest, Brooks was a matchup nightmare for Cloverdale. Anxious to see what Cloverdale does this year against him.
Three in the corner is good. Like we said, there's a lot of them taken and made by North Putnam. Spencer hits that one, and again, he is the least likely to shoot that ball. The average is just 3 points a game.
Only shoots 20% from behind the arc, so that is an added bonus for Coach Brooks and his North Putnam team.
Steps called. Ruled that Sims drug a pivot foot. So second Cloverdale turnover.
Give North Putnam credit there. That the one thing that I think that they really do a great job of is they turn you over. That's probably the Achilles heel for Cloverdale with, as you talked about, almost 15 turnovers per game.
5-out offense here leads to a look from three that is wide left, and Sims does a good job of tracking it down. All 5 starters for Cloverdale average at least 4 rebounds a game. That tells you they're active from a team standpoint. It also tells you there's not many minutes played off the bench by a player from Cloverdale.
Well, they do a great job of attacking and playing great team defense and gathering rebounds the same way.
30-second timeout taken by Cloverdale. We'll keep it right here. Let's make sure we thank our friends at Endeavor Communications for bringing you tonight's contest on the ISC Sports Network. Endeavor Communications offers high-speed service that businesses and residences need to stay ahead. Get the internet performance that makes it all happen ridiculously fast at WeEndeavor.com. You see Patrick Rady, of course, following in his father's footsteps here at Cloverdale. This was the last of the legendary Hall of Famer's stops, spending the final 11 years of his career here at Cloverdale. Of course, our Hammers on the ISC Sports Network help document that with the documentary movie, The Basketball Life, the Pat Rady story. We're going to re-air that on Sunday night for those of you television subscribers on the ISC Sports Network. Be sure to tune in. Nice up and under move. Just couldn't get the shot to go. Gill's tip kept it alive for Cloverdale. And now steps are going to be called as Kelly just drug that pivot foot for a third Cloverdale turnover.
Nice job by North Putnam of contesting all shots. I love the ball movement by Cloverdale, but North Putnam, nice job again of contesting everything and causing the turnover.
Everything kind of an open post offense, just space the floor. It's the modern day offense. Drive it, kick it, look for a layup, and they got one there. So Pickle gets the bucket. Second leading scorer at 16 points a contest.
Cloverdale has work cut out for him just from the standpoint of being able to guard all 5 off the from behind the 3-point line.
Thomas gets that to go as a team. Cloverdale making just over 5 threes a game and shooting 31% from 3-point range. Drive and kick, 3 left side, left short that time by Spencer. He made his first one on the opposite wing earlier. And the pull-up by Kelly from the free throw line extended does not go.
With the ability to shoot behind the arc by all 5, look for a lot of movement from North Putnam, look for a lot of back doors, a lot of screen and pop, just from the standpoint that, again, you have to come out and defend them because they all shoot it so well from the outside.
Brooks on the hesitation got bumped. Will not get the free throw, not get the foul, but will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
His ability to shoot behind the arc forced Gill out, and then Brooks was able to take advantage of his athleticism and get to the rim.
North Putt solid from the free throw line this year at 70%. Brooks at 73. Good looking form there for the senior. Lions will check back in. And Zach Thomas now will check in for Cloverdale. And you're looking now at the extent of the players that were participating in the majority of warm-ups for Cloverdale. Brooks gets that to go.
Cloverdale does have 5 freshmen on the JV, so that's something the future is bright there with all those young kids.
Quick check of combining the JV and varsity rosters. I counted 13 combined. I was a part of a group that did that with 14 for 1 year, so I understand the plight they are going through.
Yet still, Cloverdale was able to start the year 5-0, which was huge.
Just checked in. Thomas lets fire. Misses on that.
Love the spacing and ball movement, and love the penetration by North Putnam.
Job to get downhill by Lions. They'll get the and one opportunity. Third field goal made by North Putnam here in the quarter. Zach Thomas picks up the foul, his first. Take a look right here.
Cloverdale has to do a great job of being able to hedging out and yet still help when penetration does occur. Right now, great job by North Putnam of taking it off the bounce.
But a missed free throw. The blockout drill successful as that ball hit the hardwood. Now, Thomas lost on the way up, but deemed that he was fouled. First of those whistled against North Putt. And clearly, if you're going to not play that many guys off the bench, you've got to stay out of foul trouble, and it's been a limited foul call game so far. As Pickle will check back in for Spencer.
Communicate if you're North Putnam on defense here. Understand where you got to be able to locate where Thomas is and where Nolan Kelly is, the 2 big scorers for Cloverdale.
The runner is up. That does not go. But the putback also left short. And they scramble for the loose ball. Flying out of there with it is Pickle. Lane opens, but they'll bypass the 2. Go for the 3. Does not go. And up to the stage, that one goes out of bounds off of North Putnam.
Cloverdale, good job of identifying where the shooters are. You've got to be able to understand where the guys are on the floor that can hurt you. Let the supporting role try to beat you tonight.
Little 1-2-2, 3-quarter court trap. Good look for Cloverdale that does not fall. Ashcraft with the miss. Step back by Brooks. Tough shot, couldn't get it to go. Long rebound. Eventually, and then a foul going to be called against North Putnam. It goes against Pickle, his first, team second.
Great job of trying to push the ball if you're Cloverdale. I like that. I think defensively, you've got an advantage on getting down here before North Putnam is set up. I like the trying to transition off the miss by Cloverdale.
Both teams so far have played 6 in tonight's game. Nice skip pass for an open 3 in the corner. Shot's good. That's Zach Thomas, the 3. The freshman. Each of the Thomases have made a 3 so far. Pickle tries to answer. Couldn't line it up. And the rebound controlled by Kyle Thomas for Cloverdale. Drive and dish again. Good pull up for the mid-range. Shot made by Nolan Kelly, and Cloverdale seesaws back in front.
Great job of being unselfish, taking the extra pass, making the extra pass, and then knocking down the shots by Cloverdale.
The bench trying to make some noise for Cloverdale. Basket good by Ellis Lyons. Again, this is by far the quietest I've ever heard this building. Then again, my experience of calling games here involved guys like Jalen Moore and Cooper Neese, so this was oftentimes full when that was the case for the Clovers.
One big challenge, Cloverdale has to offensively put the ball in the bucket. That doesn't happen every night.
We're going to need a stick.
We're going to need some kind of ball or something. And shot selection for Cloverdale is going to be huge all game long, mainly because of the idea. Come around the other side.
Yeah, not the way to go, kid. Go
Come
from
around
behind.
the other side.
Yep. Get it from the front. That's the way to go.
Come there.
There we go. I was about to say I'm going to go with my earlier commented we might need a stick.
We might need a stick, yes, I would agree. No, but shot selection is going to be big for Cloverdale because of the ability for North Putnam to knock down shots, so that extra pass is going to be huge for them tonight.
Nice hands, the steal by Kelly. And Kelly takes the bump, and they'll get 2 free throws. And again, we said foul trouble could be a problem. Well, there's 2 on Pickle.
They can ill afford to have Pickle with in foul trouble, lack of depth, a huge score for them at 15.7. Just kind of careless with the ball. If you're going to foul them. If not, then let them shoot it.
He'll have to come to the sidelines as Brooks will replace him. First of 2 for Kelly is good, and you and I were noting this earlier, that these are soft rims in this building. This is a shooter's gym.
Well, you talked about having 2 shooters get to 5,000 points. You better have some soft rims, but it is a great background, a very easy on the eye to knock down shots here. Great gymnasium, one of these old schools. I just love it.
Yeah, Cooper Neese playing at Indiana State now. Of course, Jalen Moore is at Oakland University. Everything space, shot, drive, and there's the latter part of that as Huff gets the bucket.
Cloverdale has to do a better job of communicating on defense off the bounce. They're doing a great job of defending against the 3, but they've not done a great job of stopping penetration, and especially dribble penetration.
Ball needed to go up. Thomas obliges. Brooks gets a good look. What a block. That shot was going to be in time, but Thomas erases the offering by Huff, and a very well-played first quarter comes to an end. Cougars lead at 13-11. We'll take this block to break right here on the ISC Sports Network.
Irritated by your internet provider? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eForce high-speed internet. Download speed? No problem. Download an HD movie in seconds with our remarkable gigabit speed. Endeavor not only provides the latest fiber optic technology, we're also here to help you use it. We also provide television, wireless, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
The drive, the take, fouled, and it goes!
Lobbing it to the back of the end zone. They're going to say it's a touchdown.
Left foot gets through. Goal for Vargas. Hamilton will score! There you see the team picture, legendary in these parts. Cloverdale joining East Chicago, Washington, Michigan City, Elston, and Indianapolis Arsenal Tech. Cloverdale, unlike any of those 3 schools from an enrollment standpoint, is playing in the Final Four back at then Butler Fieldhouse in 1966.
One of my favorite venues as an athlete to ever be involved in was playing a regional at Butler. Could not imagine it back then in 66 because it was awful exciting in 85.
Crazy thing is that the precursor of North Putnam, one of the schools that formed North Putnam, was in the Sweet 16 that year. Bainbridge, the Pointers.
One of the only other teams other than Tech to beat to beat Cloverdale that year, going 27-2, which was amazing.
Yeah, the 2 Putnam County foes went in opposite semi-states. Back to modern day and back to live action. A steal and a bucket for Nolan Kelly off of a 3rd North Putnam turnover.
Nolan Kelly can fill it up. He had back-to-back 30-point outings here and just really knows how to put the ball in the basket, take a little pressure off of Kyle Thomas.
Both these teams with 2 scorers averaging 15 points or more. One of those currently on the bench with 2 fouls for North Putnam. Good entry pass to Brooks, and did a good job of avoiding Walker Sims to get it up and in.
Nice job by North Putnam of thinking players and not plays there. Get the ball to your money man, and he delivered, as did Thomas.
The money at the other end cashes in as Thomas gets his 2nd field goal. Both top players on cue getting a bucket for their team. And Cloverdale really trying to hedge a 2nd player Brooks' way every time he touches it. And a foul going to be called in the rebounding effort against North Putnam.
Love the adjustments of both coaches here. Really like you talked about, really trying to double down on Brooks, make his life a little miserable, and they're actually doing a great job of that.
And while there's not great size and numbers for Cloverdale, their 5 starters are all 6 foot or taller. They play 4 players 6'2" or taller, so they've got some size to kind of throw at Brooks. And now a little zone here by North Putnam, and I would imagine we'll see a little bit of that from both teams, just try to preserve some legs during the course of tonight's game.
You know, both teams are going to have to, kind of expand that zone when they play, because both do such a nice job of shooting it from behind the arc.
The no look. Gill will float it up and in. Mark Gill gets 6 points and 5.5 rebounds a contest.
Kyle Thomas comes in averaging a little over 3 assists a game, and he's right at that already. Nice job of understanding where the double team's coming from and able to get the ball to the open teammate.
Matt McCargy will check in. So he's the 7th man to play for North Putnam. McCargy, a junior, averaging less than a point and a rebound a game.
Look at the spacing. I love it. Great job by Coach Brooks and the Cougars here, just really making Cloverdale defend all this half court.
Brooks, the spin, the drive, and he gets whistled for an offensive foul. His first foul. 4th team turnover against North Putnam. We'll get a great look here. Sims was waiting on him.
Much better job on the rotation by Cloverdale. They're understanding where Brooks was going with the ball. Really good job by Sims.
Cloverdale's done a nice job of guarding him without fouling at the other end. Ball knocked off the leg of Thomas, and Cloverdale gives it right back.
Thomas is cat quick. He really, his first step is really impressive. Draws great separation and able to give himself some open looks.
Spot up 3 by Huffman. Not that time. And the fight for the loose ball. Touched last by a Cloverdale player. Now Lyons will check in to give Huffman a breather.
Both coaches, because of foul trouble, have had to go to their bench a little bit, something that we talked about before the game.
Spencer line drives a second made 3.
Doesn't look like a 20% free or a three-point shooter, as he's 2 for 2 early on in this contest.
He's not going to be after tonight at this range. In the corner, trying to slip that to Sims. That's a tough pass to complete. However, North Putnam could never grab it. Will remain Cloverdale basketball. When these two teams played last year, North Putnam won 56-53. It's the rare year where that was the lone meeting between the teams.
As I recall, Brooks hit a basket late to help with the win for North Putnam.
And Spencer will pick up his second foul. Again, foul starting to become a concern now for North Putnam. 6-team foul. So the next one will send the Clovers to 1+ the bonus.
You talked about North Putnam going probably more to a zone here, or having to a little bit, just because of foul trouble. They're not doing it yet, but I think that could be in the near future.
On the drive, the scoop off the window is good. Give that basket to Ashcraft.
Nice job off the bounce, understanding that North Putnam was late on the rotation and was able to get an easy basket.
Again, an immediate double. Yeah, Gill was kind of lurking in case Brooks wants to go back over his shoulder. So Brooks just waits to find a teammate, and Spencer is the benefactor again.
Nothing to it. Great job of being unselfish by Brooks. Great job by Dane Spencer of finding that sweet spot that he likes in this gym, going 3 for 3 from behind the arc.
Averages 3 points a game. Now has 3 makes. McCargy gets called for the foul. And we'll see 1+ the bonus coming up here for the Clovers.
Thomas, what I love what Cloverdale does, the ball goes through Thomas or he's distributing it. What I like is what Ashcraft has done. He's attacking the rim when given the opportunity.
So Pickle returns with 2 fouls. Huffman back in the contest as well. Ashcraft 67% from the line this season, but got that to go. We are close enough to that basket, and there's few enough people in the building tonight. I feel compelled to be quiet when a young man's shooting a free throw there.
We are right here. We're at almost eye level with the basket. We got a great view here in the side corner, but really, just again, a great place to call a basketball game.
Again, Brooks beats the double team, and that was kind of an old man post move. I mean, that's a compliment by Brooks.
Yes.
He has kept eye on that second defender the entire time and made his move and got the bucket. Sims took 1 step too many. If he goes up after the jump stop, he's fine. When he takes that next step, step's called.
For that as the 4th turnover for the Cloves. Just what I really like there about what Brooks did there a second ago, he understood the rotation, got there late, one-on-one. He is a mismatch for Cloverdale.
Brooks will get a brief respite on the sidelines. On the drive, shot blocked. Seen a couple of those for Cloverdale. Flying down the floor, pocket picked. Lyons with the steal. Lyons with a bucket. Lyons has 6. The junior averages 9 a game.
Lyons has been really good and solid on both ends, attacking offensively. I like what his game has.
Pretty on the floater that time by Thomas. He's got 7. And the average is 22. Step back 3 for Huffman. Got it. We said this North Putnam team knocks it down from outside. They've made 4 threes so far. Again, Thomas. Looked awfully similar to the last bucket for Cloverdale.
Got to find stops. Both teams are doing a great job offensively, but you got to find a way to stop them and get some defensive rebounds.
Heady play to tip that ball forward by Ashcraft.
Make that man-to-man move. Make North Putnam rotate to stop penetration. That's a huge deal for Cloverdale.
Sims left all alone, and Lyons gives a foul. So Sims to the free throw line. And you could see in Kyle Thomas on that possession, I would imagine that Patrick Rady almost has to call as many timeouts to give his guys a breather as he does for strategy this season.
The way they're having to exert so much energy defensively because of the spacing by North Putnam, and then having to carry the load offensively, to your point, you have to use your timeouts wisely in this game.
You almost have to give yourself a couple of possessions. Hey, fellas, just kind of hang on to it for a second.
Yep.
Just catch your breath. If Sims makes the free throw, Gill will come in to replace him. And that will happen. So now all 6 players that have played tonight for Cloverdale have entered the scoring column. Gill averages 7 points and 5 rebounds a game.
Got to stop dribble penetration. One of the keys that Patrick talked about before the game, and his team's just got to do a little better job.
And a stumble that time by Spencer as he slipped on the baseline. Not enough contact there for a whistle. 5th North Putnam giveaway.
If you're Patrick Rady, you're happy right now. Your team's doing a good job of shot selection, doing a nice job in general of rotating better on defense, and you're right in this game.
Trying to drive baseline, top reverse layup, got it. Ashcraft with 8. Been very balanced tonight for Cloverdale. Thomas with 9, Ashcraft with 8.
Ashcraft a little bit over his average already just in this first half. Great job by the supporting cast here.
Spencer had a layup. He looked up. He kept looking for a teammate. Pickle for 3. No problem. His first made 3 again on the season. He is a 37% three-point shooter.
All 5 can shoot it from behind the arc. A little 1-3-1 now by North Putnam. I like the change up here. Maybe it's a 1-2-2.
They're trying to get out and guard those wing shooters. Cloverdale might hold for one here. Yep, that's the signal from the bench. Spencer now just picking up close enough to be a 5-second opportunity.
And I like the idea here by Patrick Rady. You know, again, you want to. The worst thing is you're down 2 at the half, and you've got North Putnam in a little foul trouble.
Here comes the double, trying to get the ball out of Thomas's hands. Almost leads to a steal. What it does lead to is steps. As Kelly couldn't keep his feet.
When you leave your feet, bad things happen. Kelly's in good position here. Come to a jump stop. Again, when you're out of control like that, you know, again, you didn't want to turn the ball over here late. Now, can Cloverdale pick him up full court, create a turnover or stop on their own?
This is Huff. Gets it off in time. And a good look at that one. Just a little bit too strong. But not much separates these two teams, which is kind of what we expected coming in. North Putnam 31, Cloverdale 29. Presented by Endeavor Communications. You're watching on the ISC Sports Network.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
Brewer jams it home. That ball wiggles in and into the back of the net. A little fireworks in the first half.
Throw it up for Tillman.
Oh, my goodness. 122-6-0 for Penn.
What a swim. Six of them.
Back inside the home of the Clovers, Cloverdale High School. Greg Rakestraw, Lance Schaub with you on the ISC Sports Network. We are presented by Endeavor Communications, 31-29. Again, you see the records on the screen, which tells you we thought these teams would be pretty even. And really, Lance, this has been no more than a 4 or 5 point game at any one point in time tonight.
Great balance in scoring on both sides. I just like how both teams are playing. Both teams have done a pretty good job of taking care of the basketball. They've knocked down shots. They've rotated. I've been really impressed in general with the game plan and how the kids have executed that game plan.
We spent some time talking about, Kyle Thomas and Mason Brooks, and I would expect that, as the game goes along, those guys would kind of take more over, if you will, from an offensive standpoint. Either has played poorly. Thomas with 9 points, Brooks with 6. To me, it's been the fact that their teammates have really played well around them on both sides.
I love how Kelly, who's had some great games all season, has got 6. I really like how Ashcraft has 8 to really help Thomas. But the big key for me has been Dane Spencer, has really played well with knocking down 3 threes here in the first half to have 9, along with Lyons adding 6.
We're talking about the fact this North Putnam team is making 8.5 threes a contest. They have made 5 tonight. But really, it's been from kind of more of the role players. Huffman is a 42% three-point shooter, but he comes off the bench and averages 4.5 points a game. He's made 1 against Spencer, 3 points a game. He's made 3. Brooks hasn't had to carry the load, which is good, because I think Cloverdale's had a really good game plan for him defensively.
I love what Patrick Rady has done. I like how they are rotating to him, making Brooks give the ball up. Now, to Brooks' credit, he really hasn't forced a lot of shots, and his teammates have helped him out by knocking down shots. I love what Patrick Rady has done defensively. I'm anxious to see now what Vince Brooks does offensively to help Mason Brooks here in the second half.
As the highlights roll behind us, let's go through scoring. It won't take long because there's been that few guys that have played in this game. North Putnam has played 7. 6 of them have scored. 9 for Spencer, 6 each for Brooks and Lyons, 5 for Pickle, 3 for Huffman, 2 for Huff. McGargue played but did not score. For Cloverdale, they've played 6, and all of them have scored in the contest. Thomas, as in Kyle, with 9. Ashcraft, 8. 6 for Nolan Kelly, 3 for Zach Thomas, 2 for Mark Gill, and 1 for Walker Sims. Turnovers relatively even, 7 for Cloverdale and 5 for North Putnam. Again, if there's one difference, North Putnam is on the fringe of foul trouble, and when you play so few players, 2 can become 3, can become 4 quickly, 2 each on Aaron Pickle and Dane Spencer so far.
Going to be huge for North Putnam to play great defense without fouling here, especially in that third quarter. Get to the fourth quarter with nobody in foul trouble. The lack of depth really on both sides here could be really important factor moving through the second half.
I think if you're both coaches, you're pretty happy with what you saw in half number 1. Let's kind of, for both teams, what, if anything, do you change in half number 2?
I just think that you've got to keep communicating if you're Cloverdale on defense, know where Brooks is. That's the biggest thing. Shot selection, keep reminding your guys, don't force it and make the extra pass. If you're Vince Brooks, you've got to find a way now to locate where Thomas is. He's playing well in Ashcraft, but you got to also know that to look for the ball. Brooks has done a great job of distributing it in the first half. Keep knocking down shots, play within yourself, and don't force shots.
Again, 31-29 is our score at the break. North Putnam is leading at Cloverdale. We'll take this quick timeout. We'll come back. Third quarter action comes your way next. Presented by Endeavor Communications on the ISC Sports Network.
Want lightning fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town. So you can download huge files in a flash. Stream videos at blazing speeds. And game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
The best video on the internet is not the guy of the last week or so. It's the surfing bulldog.
Expecto Patronum, like, Harry Potter. Everybody knows what I'm talking about at home.
I'm not
confused.
12. You are one of the most disgusting people I've ever met.
You asked. You open up the door. Squeaky. Colts quarterback room is kind of like picking your favorite Ernest movie. They're all pretty bad. You have
Did you actually see any of those?
You have to go. I really was a big Ernest. Yeah.
No way.
Ernest fan. Ernest Goes to Camp was my favorite.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.
Oh, baby! That got me awake! The worm has turned in Logansport.
Look at that play.
The lob underneath, and if you don't get any picture perfect more than that.
That young man will be glad that our cameras were here for tonight's contest.
A look at the all-star jersey of Chad Tucker, the all-time leading scorer at Butler University, just shy of 2,400 points in a Bulldog uniform. That from the 1983 All-Star game. And again, Chad led the Clovers to the Sweet 16 back in 1983 in the one-class days. This is named Tucker Court in honor of Al and Chad and what they have meant to the program over the course of the years. Greg Rakestraw, Lance Scheib with you here on the ISC Sports Network. Tonight's game is a service of Endeavor Communications. For over 70 years, Endeavor Communications has connected with Indiana businesses and organizations with innovative services in our communities. Beyond offering the fastest fiber optic delivered gigabit speed internet, say that 5 times fast, they take pride in building relationships through outstanding technical support from their expert technicians and friendly customer care team representatives. You can always find out more by logging on to weendeavor.com. Reference the fact that, the recent days were Pat Rady on the sidelines and his son Patrick taking over. Cooper Neese, Jalen Moore. Jalen these days is playing at Oakland University, just outside of Detroit, Michigan. In fact, Jalen is the reigning Horizon League Player of the Week playing for Oakland. He played 2 years of junior college basketball in Illinois before getting his opportunity at the Division I level. And we had a lot of fun calling Clovers games for a few years here when those two were a dynamic duo.
I just love the way that Indiana across the state develops players to where they are great high school players, but they go on outside our state, inside our state to produce and be great student athletes and let the sport of basketball help pay for school and move them forward in life. And again, this is a great example of that here at Cloverdale.
The sectional we played here at Cloverdale this year. Park Heritage won the sectional last year. They beat North Putnam in the final. Park Heritage probably in the favorite this season too. It's the riddle that both these teams have to solve as we get into the month of March. But first things first, trying to take care of business tonight. It'll be Cloverdale basketball to start quarter number 3 as they go to the stage end of this neat venue at Cloverdale High School.
Because of that foul trouble, it looks like they're going to start in a little either a 1-3-1 or a 1-2-2, but looking for that, trying to stop those perimeter shooters.
The thing is, too, is that Cloverdale was successful throughout the half of getting to the basket.
Yes. They did a nice job of taking it off the bounce. Good spacing, as did North Putnam in that first half.
Thomas, again, had to go up against the 6'6" wall of Brooks, but you don't play that much zone, it can be tough to rebound out of a zone, especially a 1-3-1 at the other end. The drive and score. And Lyons with the bucket. He's got 8, so both teams score their first trip down the floor.
Talking about the rebounding, that's going to be critical here. If you've got to play zone, you've got to find that man. You've got to make sure that you block out your area. Great 3.
Walker Sims knocks it down, and his shots have looked good before that one, but none of them had fallen until that point.
Nice job in rhythm. I love threes when it comes within the offense, and Walker Sims, nice job of knocking it down.
In the corner that time. The take off the window, no. But the putback, yes. And the young man that scored nothing but threes tonight to match his uniform number will have a chance for the old-fashioned three-point play.
Nice job of Dane Spencer following his miss. All you players out there, again, you've got to, where the ball's going, get the ball up and in before the defense can react.
And Spencer makes it on the season now. He is 11 of 15 from the line. Again, the story tonight is Spencer. 3 points on a per-game basis, 3.2 to be precise. He's got 12.
The supporting cast by both teams really have done a nice job, but what Dane has done thus far has been really a little special for the Cougars.
Now more of a 2-3 look here, and Ashcraft left alone, fires it, couldn't get it to go. And Lyons finds a shooter. Pickle lets a man fly by, up and under, could not finish, and off his knee out of bounds.
Great job of shot fake and getting the ball to the hole by Pickle. Just wasn't able to complete the basket.
We've had this in our games the last 2 nights in the ISC Sports Network. Shot by Thomas does not go. Good crash by Ashcraft to keep the possession alive. As we said, this is a team where everybody rebounds for Cloverdale. All 5 starters average at least 4 boards a game. Gill didn't like his look. Now the pull by Kelly is good, and he got hit on the arm on the shot as well. Give it to him.
Great job of seeing where the void was in that 2-3 zone. Was able to get Brooks to reach out there and draw the foul, chance for an old-fashioned three-point play.
Last two games, we have not seen a double-digit lead in either game. Monrovia, Danville, college hoops with Bethel and Marion last night. And we're looking at exactly a similar scenario tonight as Cloverdale jumps back in front, 37-36.
Records-wise, players-wise, really a pretty even game, and that's the way it's played out here early in the third quarter.
Brooks.
Got a mismatch.
Up and under.
Nice
switch to the left hand by Brooks.
Great job of recognizing that he had a smaller man on him. Nice job by his teammates of getting the ball to him.
Three in the corner by Sims. Not that time, but good job by Gill. And that's the third offensive rebound of the quarter for Cloverdale. Now Thomas, high arcing three, no good. And Sims keeps it alive, but into where these students would normally be for Cloverdale.
Ashcraft wasn't able to get that. Has two of those three offensive rebounds here in the third quarter.
Let's talk, neither team really was much of a factor on the offensive glass in the first half, so that is a change since halftime.
And I think the team that can stay out of the zone, I think, is going to rebound better because both of them would prefer to play man-to-man.
Again, Brooks just waiting to see where that double's coming from. Immediately kicks it out to an open man. Outstanding ball movement. Sometimes Spencer can't connect, but Lyons tracks it down.
Offensive rebounding early on in this quarter, you talked about it, Greg, has been key for both teams.
Good look by Brooks out of the corner. Three, got it. That's Lyons. His first made triple. He's a 37% three-point shooter on the season. That's rare. That's been a two-possession game in tonight's contest. It is right now.
If you told Vincent Brooks that you'd have two players in double digits early in this third quarter, and you told him it was Lyons and Spencer, he would take it.
Gill is going to get called for the blocking foul on the dribble handoff.
That's the third on Gill is what I have.
So Thomas, as in Zach Thomas, the younger of the Thomases, will check in. So Mark Gill has a seat. There's been hardly any fouls called on Cloverdale. He's got most of them with three.
See if North Putnam can take this 4-point lead and expand on here. It's been a relatively a close game here, and I'll see if Cloverdale can find a defensive stop.
That's one less big body to throw at Brooks when Gill has to go to the sidelines. Three from the wing is good. That's Huff. Make it now. 5 different players have made a three for North Putnam. Large lead of the game is now 7. Full timeout, Cloverdale, and we will step aside. Halfway through the third quarter, a little separation now in favor of North Putt. We're back after this on the ISC Sports Network.
Irritated by your internet provider? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with eForce high-speed internet. Download speed? No problem. Download an HD movie in seconds with our remarkable gigabit speed. Endeavor not only provides the latest fiber optic technology, we're also here to help you use it. We also provide television, wireless, security, and telephone services with outstanding local support. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications. Technology for real people.
The drive, the take, fouled, and it goes!
Lobbing it to the back of the end zone. They're going to say it's a touchdown.
Left foot gets through. Goal for Vargas. Hamilton will score. Normally when broadcasters at a game say, hey, we could hear inside the huddle, it's not a good thing. But again, because we're so close to the court, because there's so few folks in the building, we could hear it in a positive way from Coach Brooks right below us when he kept saying, literally said great job 3 times to his guys as they enter the huddle because of what they are doing from a spacing standpoint.
Love what Coach Brooks did in that timeout. Very positive, really focus on the great things that his team was doing. Great job of sharing the basketball and ultimately knocking down shots and rebounding.
In 2-3 look here. It has cut off Cloverdale drive to the basket. It's given them some second chance opportunities. None needed that time as Kelly sticks it. He's got 11.
Kelly can heat up quickly, as he's done earlier in the season. Comes to an average of 15 points a game. He's got 11.
Slip to Brooks. Brooks was going one way, the pass went the other. That's the first turnover by either side since halftime.
I like what Brooks was being able to do there. The defense had overplayed and fallen down, and North Putnam just wasn't able to execute.
What does Cloverdale do differently in attacking this zone, Coach?
They're not spacing, and the ball's not moving fast enough. They've got to do more skip passes and do more movement into the areas that are not occupied.
Also helps when your top two players make jump shots on back-to-back trips. Count the basket for Lions.
Boy, is he having the game of the year for himself with 13 now. Great job.
And 9 points, 3 boards a contest for the junior. Brooks, a senior. The next 3 scorers for this North Putnam squad are juniors. Gill with 3 fouls now will check back in. Going to give Walker Sims, who picked up that foul, a breather.
Loved how Lions was able to keep control of the ball, under control, draw contact, and knock it down.
14 for Lions. He leads all scores. The 2 double-digit per game scores for North Putnam have combined for 13. Cougars still lead by 6.
Vince Brooks has to be thrilled the way his team is playing right now, especially on the defensive end.
Cloverdale turns it over. First time since halftime for them. Lions is a bit of a mismatch here, and his teammates recognize it. Got guarded by a big. Going to let him go to work. Tough shot. And then that'll be a foul on Pickle, his 3rd.
Really ill-advised foul. You've got to be smarter than that. Aaron Pickle's been on the floor for multiple years here. He realizes he was not going to get that rebound. He's more valuable to let that go and get back on defense and just have that second foul.
I think that's one of those you get up in the air and you know, like, there's no way to change your the motion of your body at that point. Kind of stuck.
Got to move, cut, rotate, make that defense move, and then again, get that ball reversal, and then let's see if you can overload the other side.
Huffman read it, just couldn't hang on to it. Thomas turns down a 3. He made one in the first half. Good take. Bucket does not go. Put back by Ashcraft. Twice would not complete it. A couple of missed opportunities there for Cloverdale.
Ashcraft has done a nice job all game at offensive rebounding. He anticipates well and gets off the floor quickly.
Brooks gets downhill, scoop and score. Brooks now with 10 in the lead. The largest of the night for North Putnam now is at 8.
Nice job by Brooks of using the rim as a kind of to defend against the defender where he couldn't get to the ball.
Thomas in the lane. He has a smooth jump shot, does he not?
It just seems like every time they need 2 points, he's able to deliver. Love how he plays.
And he's also got a bit of a mid-range game that tends to be more of a lost art, seemingly on a daily basis.
He's able to use that 6'4" frame and get himself in a good spot from that 8 to 14 foot range here. Really playing well.
Zone look here for Cloverdale. They've been mostly man, but they're not going to extend this. And Cougars happy to hang on to it to end the quarter here and take a final look.
Hasn't been a great quarter for Cloverdale as North Putnam has 18 points in this quarter.
Spencer going to work and got fouled. If that's on Gill, that's his 4th. And it will be.
Nice job of ball movement. Nice job of working the clock all the way down and then drawing the foul by Spencer.
Sims will check back in for him, but damage done. Spencer can't get that one to go. Again, Cloverdale has played 6 tonight. North Putnam has played 7. When Cloverdale travels this year, you don't exactly need the full-length bus.
No.
Spacing is a good thing these days, but you get my point. Thomas in time.
Yep, not surprised.
That's good.
Yep.
Thomas from just shy of half court brings it back to a 4-point game as we go to quarter number 4. Take one more look here. That's from 50 plus, if not 60 feet away. I'm sure we'll see that a few more times the next few days here on the ISC Sports Network.
Food, shelter, fast Wi-Fi. It's all we really need. Good thing Endeavor has the fast, reliable internet it takes to power all the Wi-Fi hungry gadgets in your home. All at once. With speeds up to 10 gig, get smooth HD streaming video, gaming, music, and surfing, all with no waiting, no buffering, no kidding. Call or click WeEndeavor.com and upgrade to Indiana's fastest internet today.
Your life is on the go. Now your viewing habits can be on the go. With the ISC Sports Network app, your team is at your fingertips. You can download years' worth of content from the ISC Sports Network library. High school, college, special events, weekly and monthly shows, wherever you find your favorite app. And you can always find out more information at iscsportsnetwork.com.
About a 55-footer brings it back to a 4-point game as Thomas connects for his 16th point of the game.
Greg, it looked good from the time it left his hand. It was just, again, this is an advantage of playing in your own gym, understanding that he's done that before, probably multiple times during practice leading up to this game.
We can't get on SportsCenter again, can we?
Oh, I hope so.
It's been happening a lot.
We have done a great job of having great games and seeing players step up in big-time moments.
A little keep away here by North Putnam against the zone. Going to, again, make an underman from a numbers standpoint. Cloverdale team guard the entire half court. That's a good look from 3, and that's a perfect possession. 45 seconds off the clock, and Huffman sticks it.
Second 3 of the game for Huffman comes in shooting 42% on the season. Great patience, ball movement. Nice job there by the Cougars.
Thomas, a more conventional 3 that does not go. And expect more of the same from North Putnam. In fact, Brooks walking it up. He's got to be careful. He crosses the 10-second line. Then nobody guards him, so he just pulls up and nails that from the top of the key. And there it is, a double-digit lead for the first time tonight.
That is a killer for the Cloves. They just didn't recognize what Brooks was doing. Great job by Mason of understanding, hey, there's nobody here. I'm going to knock it down.
Nice seal. Good move. Again, Thomas is a talent.
Smooth. 6'4", smooth, only a junior. Future's incredibly bright.
And now it's about getting stops for Cloverdale.
Well, they had to go back to the man-to-man, which they're fine doing. But the nice job by North Putnam of shooting them out of that zone.
Thought that was going to be a turnover, so it's a timeout. Able to get the save of that one just as we were going to break. So with that, let's step aside. 8-point lead for North Putnam. They have the ball when we come back on the ISC Sports Network.
It's time to supercharge your internet with ridiculous speeds up to 1 gig from Endeavor. Get ready for high gear downloads that power buffer-free streaming, gaming, sharing, and surfing. And fire up all your devices at once with reliable speeds amplified by the latest Wi-Fi equipment. Get on the fast track to a powerful online experience. Contact Endeavor and supercharge your internet today.
3 looks at a memorable 3. That's from the volleyball line. Boom. He's going to make the next 2, just as a heads up from different angles. Second look, splash. And this one coming straight at you. Hello. Great. North Putnam, though, they've not been rattled by it. They've pushed the lead right back to 8.
They're right at 8, and they push Cloverdale out of that zone, which I think is huge because off the bounce is a big deal for North Putnam as they try to finish this thing out in the fourth quarter.
Spencer turns it down. Pickle does not. And Sims able to snag the board. got tied up, and still no answers to who's got it. Now it's Cloverdale that does after about a 4-car pileup. And then Thomas lost it on the way up.
Great defense, great hands there really by both teams creating the turnovers. Now calm down, knock down shots.
Now back to a man-to-man. And Spencer's like, nah, I've made my 3 for the night. I'm good.
If you're North Putnam, play keep away. Make sure you're taking shots that you want to take. You're up here. There's no need to shoot until you want to.
That was a good shot that wouldn't go, but great hustle. Lions able to track it down.
Offensive rebounding always plays a big part in the game. It is again tonight.
Well, Spencer isn't looking to take jump shots. He's still making really good plays on the floor for North Putnam. And a hand check foul, which is fine because it's only the 3rd team foul committed by Cloverdale.
Great patience shown right now by Vince Brooks' team. The Cougars are doing a nice job of spacing. They're making Cloverdale chase, and that's exactly what they want to do with a little under 5 minutes to go in this game, up 8.
By the way, 5th team foul. On the drive, shot blocked. Good job by Thomas to go up and get it. And then a foul is called on the effort by North Putnam. 32, it's Brooks, so it is his 3rd. And I thought that was a clean block. I thought he got that before it got to the backboard. Vince Brooks is kind of having that conversation now. Hey, should that have been a goaltender? Did he peel it off the backboard?
Yeah.
No, I thought he got it clean, and he did.
To your point, he got it on the way up. That's exactly what you want to be able to do. Just really impressed with how Kyle Thomas has played his athleticism. I like it.
I think it's perfectly timed. Great job by our camera crew to show you that from a couple different angles.
Now, if you're Cloverdale, again, you're going against this zone. Be patient. Wait for your shot. You don't need a 3. You just need points. Better spacing.
Thomas said, okay, you're going to leave me alone. I'll knock it down. The freshman connects.
Huge minutes right now that Thomas is giving Patrick Rady. And again, only a freshman. That future is bright for him as well.
Series of dribble handoff and weaves for North Putnam. And then a foul given by Sims. See if it's on the way up or on the floor.
Actually, I think they gave that to Kelly.
Yep. So Kelly with the foul, and it will be on the floor. 16 foul. No free throws just yet. So the next foul will lead to the bonus.
If you're North Putnam, you want to make sure you take the shot that you want. You want to make sure you got great spacing. If you're Brooks, keep distributing the basketball. And again, don't force anything.
Always got Brooks as the outlet there for the duck in. Got fouled, won't go, but we'll get 2 free throws. I don't know what Mason's future plans are, but he's going to make somebody, if he wants to, a really good small college basketball player.
He is smart. He's intelligent. He plays well and plays within himself. Really like how both bigs play for both teams, but Mason in particular having doing a great job of distributing the basketball, knocking down shots, and really playing great defense as well.
Of course, there's a pretty fair Division III program just a few miles up the road from here that perhaps might be on his radar.
I'm sure the Tigers would love to have him at DePaul, and I think he would be a great fit there as well.
Mason's got 15. We're going to have a quick conversation here just to make sure that everything's above board. And
probably not a lot of love lost here over the years. You're playing a county rival, something that you probably have grown up seeing each other, and they're just competing. I like the job the officials did of just kind of calmly walking them through this and talking to them about what he's seeing.
And neither of the teams have a luxury of putting guys on the bench to let them get a breather either. It's Thomas with 20 and a timeout taken by Cloverdale. A 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. But Thomas is at the accelerator as he's now got 20.
Great body control. Nice job of getting to the rim and then finishing under control.
So 30-second timeout taken. Brought to us by our friends at Endeavor Communications. Endeavor Communications is proud to support our local community with the fastest internet around for homes, business, and education. Find out more at weendeavor.com.
I like the timeout by Patrick Rady. Just it's a 5-point game. Let's make sure that North Putnam knows it's a 5-point game. Now I can set my defense up, which is huge now, trying to create a turnover off that basket.
Got to look at Patrick. This is his 6th year here at Cloverdale, taking over for his father. Spent 5 years prior to that at Southwestern of Hanover. Great to catch up with Carl Turk, his top assistant, before tonight's game. Drive to the basket. Huff has it. Good take by Huff. He's got 7.
Great spacing by North Putnam, and then a great take.
Same can be said for Ashcraft. Give the assist to Thomas. He averages 3 of those a game, does Thomas. Lions flying down the floor. Couldn't get it to go. Ball ripped away from Pickle. And a bucket here makes it a 1-score game. A 3 here makes it a 2-point game. Thomas lighting it up. He's got 23, and a timeout taken by North Putnam. And again, it'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here.
Players are starting to heat up here a little bit. It's getting exciting. I love the idea of the big-time players are starting to make plays. Thomas, 23, he is really starting to feel it, as is Brooks with 15. We have a great last couple minutes of this game.
We had one possession of a 10-point game. It's just 7 or 8 just a couple of moments ago. And again, these two teams could see each other in the Putnam County Classic coming up in February. Could see each other in the postseason as well. Good to see these two teams playing so well against one another.
Just love the defensive stops. I love the unselfishness by both teams offensively. And again, it's a 2-point game for a reason, because both teams are playing well.
Full court man pickup. Brooks at 6'6", handling the point guard duties against the press.
And if you're North Putnam, you know, be happy with distributing the ball. Wait for your shot.
Wing 3 doesn't go. And now for Cloverdale, a chance to tie or take the lead. And Thomas, diving effort. Who touched it last? Thomas did. We talked about the fact that this Cloverdale team averages about 5 more turnovers a game. Both teams are below their average. Right now, the turnover difference is 4. 10 for Cloverdale, 6 for North Putt.
It's a situation in this type of game. You've got to take care of the basketball, then great shot selection, and then the last part of this thing is you got to be able to rebound.
On the attack, scoop and score. Huff's got the last 2 buckets for North Putnam.
How big has a junior been down the stretch with his 9th point? Great job.
Kelly, no, that was a good look that wouldn't fall. And Brooks able to poke that ball away from Sims. Lions needs to back off the accelerator just a little bit.
So get back, regroup, reset. Nice timeout, I believe.
Correct. Another 30-second timeout. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. Minute 56 to go in this one. 4-point lead and the ball for North Putnam.
What I like what Vince Brooks did there, his team was kind of out of whack a little bit, and just really let's get them back into a rhythm. It's too big a possession up 4. Call a timeout. Get the right play you want in this situation.
Now the question is for Cloverdale, how long do you guard here? I mean, do you start thinking about a foul at this point, especially let's say if a certain player gets it, or do you try to guard this out for a little bit?
I think you guard out, then you change from guard out to try to attack mode and try to get the steal, and the last part of that is no steal, then foul. And so I think we're a little bit of ways with 1:56, but I'd say probably go the next 20 to 25 seconds, try to guard it, then let's get a little more aggressive.
North Putnam team 70% from the line. Brooks looking to go to work.
Got to bring help.
Comes back over the opposite shoulder and scores it. 17 for Brooks.
Really unfair advantage there for Brooks. Great job of recognizing what he had against him.
Thomas left it short. Good job, though, by Sims. Sims got fouled. If that's on Brooks, that's his fourth. However, it's just the fourth team foul against North Putnam.
Yes.
So Brooks has to be careful the rest of the way, but it's no free throws yet for Cloverdale.
Good spacing, good ball movement.
And Sims went right at Brooks and couldn't finish. It was a good look that wouldn't fall.
Nice job by Brooks of playing good defense, staying in your cylinder area and not fouling.
Here comes the trap. Spencer's in the coffin corner, and that was a turnover waiting to happen. So North Putnam calls a timeout, and we will take it with them. Minute 19 to play. North Putnam now leads by 6. Closing stretch when we come back. Presented by Endeavor Communications on the ISC Sports Network.
Want lightning-fast internet speeds? Choose Endeavor. Go from slow to whoa. From last to fast. And wait to great. Endeavor Communications is bringing the fastest internet speed in Indiana to your town, so you can download huge files in a flash, stream videos at blazing speeds, and game online faster than you thought possible. Think fast and contact Endeavor Communications today at join.weendeavor.com.
The best video on the internet is not the guy of the last week or so. It's the surfing bulldog.
Expecto Patronum, like, Harry Potter. Everybody knows what I'm talking about at home.
I'm not
confused.
12. You are one of the most disgusting people I've ever met.
You asked. You open up the door. Squeaky. Colts quarterback room is kind of like picking your favorite Ernest movie. They're all pretty bad. You have
Did you actually see any of those?
You have to go. I really was a big Ernest. Yeah.
No way.
Ernest fan. Ernest Goes to Camp was my favorite.
Your home for Query and Schultz, the ISC Sports Network. New episode filmed next Monday. Brooks is not the guy you want to foul. But Brooks will take the shot and make it. Well, 2 points regardless, and now an 8-point game as we approach a minute left to play.
Got to have points here if you're Cloverdale. Doesn't have to be a 3, just give them points.
Good find by Thomas. Ashcraft the bucket. He's got 14. Back to a 2-possession game. And Spencer is fouled. So it'll be Spencer, who is 2 of 3 from the line, which is right at about his percentage on the season. The senior had a great basketball game with 13 points, 1 plus the bonus here.
For North Putnam, when you get the ball back, you got to make sure you're strong with the ball because Cloverdale's going to be slapping, trying to create turnovers. If you're Cloverdale, it doesn't have to be a 3. You got to be a great shot, great points, and then go play defense.
Doesn't get that one, but the bounce of the ball sometimes goes your way. 2 Cloverdale players going after it. Takes kind of a high kick. Lyons finds it, and now he'll go to the line for the bonus, where he is 1 of 2 tonight.
Got to knock down shots. If you hit free throws, if you're North Putnam, you're probably going to walk away tonight with the win, but you got to be able to do that under a minute. That is paramount.
Pickle will enter for Lyons if he makes both free throws. These two teams have combined to play 13 young men tonight. That number is down to 12 to get just to the second half.
Lyons has had a great game, 15th point of the game, first of this quarter, but really has done a nice job, has the junior.
One of 3 North Putnam players in double figures, makes them both. Now he will check out. He kind of got dinged a little bit on that rebound effort, and the trainer's going to come check him out immediately. Thomas lost the handle. Huff lets Ashcraft fly by. And there is a foul there. So Huff will get a couple of free throws. And this final score may not be indicative of kind of the tenor of how this game was played tonight.
Really well played. I really think that both teams have done a nice job. Both coaches, no one wants to lose. I think they got a chance to play each other again at least once, if not twice. But both coaches saw enough positives here. And really, in January, you want to start trending upwards because the tournament is just around the corner.
Huff makes them both.
Doesn't look like a 68% free throw shooter. Nice job by the junior.
Add him to the double-figure effort for North Putnam this evening. 10-point game. Thomas got it. Thomas with 26. And a timeout given. I think the official assumed it was going to be a timeout. And I'm not sure Pat officially called one. And so he literally looks at Pat and goes, you don't have to take it, but he'll give it to him now. I think he thought he heard timeout. What I did kind of hear from Pat was, hey, no fouls, Green, meaning, hey, we're not going to foul at this point. But once you make that three, it's kind of a different story. So here we are with the timeout with 30 seconds or so left to go.
The range of Kyle Thomas, I just like the way his game is. He can do it inside or out. Look at this from deep. Thought he was going to draw a little rain there.
And think of that's the second longest three that he has made in tonight's game.
Yes, it is. And he really, I just have been impressed. I really like the way that Mason Brooks has played. But Kyle Thomas, the versatility of being inside out, being able to distribute the basketball, really like how Kyle Thomas has played all game.
And again, his dad played at Indiana State University. There are so many ties to Terre Haute in this building. Of course, Patrick Rady, an alumnus of Terre Haute South, dad of all the various stops that he had in his career. Bainbridge, Shelbyville, Southmont, Terre Haute South, and Cloverdale. Even though this was the last one, it's Terre Haute South that is most associated with Pat's nearly 800 victories as an Indiana high school basketball coach.
Just a class act on and off the court, affected so many lives in such a positive way. Great to see Patrick following in Dad's footsteps.
And in Cloverdale, now will foul. As to the free throw line will go Spencer. 2-shot bonus coming up here with 24 seconds left to play.
The team's 10th shooting the double bonus with the Cougars over 33 against Spencer.
Spencer connects on that. So again, 19 for Brooks, as expected. He kind of took more over as the game needed it in the fourth quarter, but 16 for Lions, 14 for Spencer, 11 for Huff.
Supporting cast for North Putnam has been fantastic. Really been impressed in general by both teams, and really that supporting cast. Love how Brooks played. Mason was really a man all game. Really did a great job of taking over, hitting clutch shots, as did Kyle Thomas. But the supporting cast of Spencer and Lyons and Huff really have come through big for North Putnam.
Brooks a miss from the stripe, his first in 5 tries. He's a 73% free throw shooter on the season. I want to thank the folks from Endeavor Communications for having us out tonight. Their headquarters literally down the street from Cloverdale High School. Three is up. That does not go for Zach Thomas, and no further action is required. 9-point victory tonight for North Putnam. And they've got the rivalry trophy to show for it, for their efforts this evening. Final score, North Putnam 72, Cloverdale 63. Coach, your final thoughts on this one?
Well played game, great job, great game plans. Like the supporting cast of both teams. Really felt like the supporting cast of North Putnam did a little bit more. Congratulations.
Kyle Thomas with 26 points to lead all scorers, including the before half-court three at the end of the third quarter. Mason Brooks had 20 to pace North Putnam, 16 for Lions, 14 for Spencer, and 11 for Zach Huff. On behalf of our entire ISC Sports Network crew, as well as Lance Scheib, this is Greg Rakestraw. Tonight's game was a service of Endeavor Communications. North Putnam takes the rivalry trophy home with them, as well as their 8th victory of the season. Cougars win it by 9. Thanks for watching on the ISC Sports Network.
Again?
Tortured by technology? Have no fear. Endeavor is here with Speed Geeks. Our Speed Geeks are expert technicians ready to rescue you from technology troubles. Our experts are here to get and keep your Wi-Fi running properly. We'll even make sure all of your devices stay connected. Give us a call or visit weendeavor.com to see if you're in our service area. Endeavor Communications, technology for real people.